Hi there, and welcome to today's lesson on HID ballasts, a vital part of lighting systems used in places like stadiums, warehouses, parking lots, and industrial buildings. If you're studying electrical work or just getting started in the trade, this is a topic you'll definitely want to understand. Let's begin with a simple question. Why are we learning about HID ballasts? Every HID lamp, whether it's high pressure sodium, metal halide, or another type, can't run on its own. It needs a ballast to operate safely and efficiently. Think of the ballast as the heart of the HID lighting system. It sends the right amount of voltage to start the lamp and controls the current to keep the lamp running at a safe level. So, without the right ballast, the lamp either won't work, or worse, it could overheat or get damaged. This lesson was created to help you understand what HID ballasts do, learn the different types, know how to choose the right one, and how to read the catalog so you can order the right part. Let's break it all down. Like a fluorescent ballast, an HID ballast regulates the electrical current going into the lamp. But there's a key difference. In HID systems, each ballast typically powers only one lamp. You cannot wire multiple HID lamps into the same ballast like you might with fluorescent systems. Most HID ballasts are magnetic, using coils of wire and metal core to control electricity. These are known as core-coil ballasts. There are electronic HID ballasts too, but they are not used often, mainly because they're more expensive and still evolving in the HID world. Let's walk through the main types of magnetic HID ballasts. It's easier than it sounds. Most of them are just different versions of the same core part, customized for different environments. The first type of ballast is the core-and-coil ballast. This is the basic building block of all magnetic HID ballasts. It's just a metal core with coils of wire. It controls the flow of electricity and can be used by itself or inside other housings. It is simple, reliable, and used in a lot of industrial settings. The next type of ballast is the potted core-and-coil. It is the same as the basic version, but with one difference. It's filled with high temperature resin called potting that helps absorb heat, reduces noise, and protects the parts inside. These are ideal for indoor locations where sound matters, like stores, schools, and offices. The third type of ballast is the encased and potted, also known as Afghan ballast. It looks like a fluorescent ballast in shape, fully enclosed and potted for extra insulation and sound protection. Designed for quiet indoor applications like in commercial spaces. The fourth type of ballast is the indoor enclosed ballast. Here's something clever. Sometimes a luminaire is mounted so high, like in a warehouse, that the heat rising to the ceiling can damage the ballast. So instead of installing the ballast in the light fixture, we mount it separately, like on a nearby wall. That's what the indoor enclosed ballast is for. It's housed in a protective case and mounted away from the heat to extend its life. And 5, we have the outdoor waterproof ballast. These are designed for work outside in all kinds of weather. They are sealed up tight, so rain, snow, dirt, or Neither one of those things can get in. But be careful, they are not flood proof. If they sit in standing water, they can still fail. So always make sure they are mounted above ground level in outdoor areas. While not as common, electronic ballasts do exist for HID systems. They use circuits instead of coils and can improve energy efficiency, reduce flicker, provide better control, and run cooler. They are slowly becoming more popular, especially in retail and display lighting, but magnetic ballasts still dominate most HID installations. Let's talk about how to choose the right ballast. Manufacturers publish ballast catalogs that list each model's details, which lamp it supports, high pressure sodium, metal halide, etc., wattage range, voltage, mounting type, sound rating, starting method, and ANSI codes. A super important part of a ballast selection is matching ANSI codes. ANSI stands for American National Standards Institute, and they assign codes like H33 for mercury vapor ballasts, M98 or M102 for metal halide, S54 for high pressure sodium. Both lamp and ballast manufacturers use these codes. If the lamp says M102, then the ballast must also be rated M102. That's how you know they're compatible. And here's a pro tip. Always check cross-reference charts. They show which ballasts are interchangeable across different brands. Here's something that every technician should know. The number one reason ballasts fail early is excessive heat. High temperatures break down the wires inside the ballast, which causes it to short out or stop working altogether. So what can you do? Keep ballast away from heat whenever possible. Use remote mounting if the light fixture gets too hot. Make sure that the ventilation is good. And follow the manufacturer's temperature ratings for safe operation. Here's a safety tip for metal halide lamps. When a metal halide lamp fails, there is a chance that the arc tube can rupture, releasing UV radiation. This can cause skin burns and eye damage. That's why the National Electrical Code requires that open metal halide fixtures must be shielded or use a safety-rated lamp and ballast designed to contain the UV radiation. Always check the fixture and lamp label and make sure it meets code requirements. Now let's wrap this lesson up with a few key takeaways. All HID lamps require a ballast to start and regulate current. Most ballasts are magnetic core-and-coil with options for indoor, outdoor, quiet, and remote setups. Always match the ballast and the lamp types using ANSI codes. Excessive heat is the number one cause of early ballast failure. Mount ballast far away from the heat source. Some ballasts are weatherproof but not waterproof. Watch for flooding. Electronic HID ballasts are newer, quieter, and more efficient, but less common in heavy-duty setups. And finally, safety first. Use the right lamp, ballast, and shielding to avoid UV exposure from metal halide lamps. And that's it for today's lesson on HID ballasts. You've just added a powerful tool to your electrical knowledge kit. Whether you're installing new lighting or troubleshooting a system that isn't working, understanding how ballasts work and how to choose the right one will help you do your job safely, correctly, and confidently. Thanks for joining me, and as always, stay safe, stay sharp, and keep learning.